we remain open to the cloud enhancements that keep happening all the while, so that any pattern of attack is quickly detected and any phishing attempt that gets is immediately thwarted.
Cybersecurity in media often gets sidelined until something breaks.
I must compliment you for this question. There are instances, there have been instances, and there would be instances with respect to the cyber breach.
Amazing, amazing. Exceptional leadership lessons to be learned from you.
And I'm really, really indebted to my team over many organizations over which I've worked over the last 35 years.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of FaceTime with Leaders, powered by Directors Institute, World Council of Directors. Today we have got someone whose fingerprints are all over the media you consume, even if you don't know it yet. Mr. Rajat Nigam is with us, and he is the Group CTO at JioStar Network Limited. He is not just solving tech problems, he is reimagining how newsrooms, OTT platforms, and digital infrastructure talk to each other. From managing satellite links to outsmarting deepfake scams, he is in the engine room of modern media. So, if you have ever streamed a news bulletin without buffering or watched a live event in 4K, chances are there is a Mr. Nigam blueprint behind it. So let's dive in right there.
Great. Thank you, Sunny. Thanks for those exciting words.
Let's rewind a bit. How did this whole media tech journey begin for you? Was it a conscious plan or one of those life just happened stories?
To be honest, I don't believe that too much of planning is possible in life, and my story is an outcome of that, and that puts me in that belief. I come from a humble background from a small town in Madhya Pradesh. Didn't have too much of exposure what happens outside, and so completed my engineering, sat in UPSC, got through. People clapped, okay, the first one to get through UPSC from my college. And that's the journey began. And at that time, little I knew about electronic media. Other than that, I used to do some sports bulletin as an anchor in Akashvani at that time. So nothing beyond that. And just that connect pulled me into broadcasting services, and that is way back in 1992. So it's a very old time if we can if we see from today's point of view. And also the bigger change which has happened at the time when I joined, the television was called Idiot Box. I'm not sure if the current generation knows it, but certainly the older ones, they would recall it. The television was called Idiot Box, and from there to now it is called smart television. So there is a journey, and I've been fortunate to be party to that journey, starting from the idiot city or dumbness to the smartness.
Great, great. Honestly, this is the kind of story that makes you rethink what success actually looks like. Because from the outside, it's so easy to just see the titles, the awards, the impact, everything. But hearing how much personal grit and patience is it took, that's the real goal. That's the real 24 carat.
Yeah, it's exciting. I would not complain. It has been an exciting journey, and God has been kind. So
Great.
and
So, continuing our conversation, Mr. Rajat, cybersecurity in media often gets sidelined until something breaks. How do you embed security into innovation without slowing momentum?
Uh, well, I must compliment you for this question. This is a question, or this is subject that I make effort to bring in all my conversations. But you are starting my talk with that. So it's a cybersecurity is very important in today's life. See, when we say we have done technological advancement, each step of technology advancement or digitization is also a step towards one getting fluked, one getting compromised. So cybersecurity, not only professionally but on a personal level, is a very, very important subject. And it's very, very simple. One need to be only aware about it. The rest of the things the professionals do. But most important challenge, whether in society or at home or in my office, network, industry, this is the biggest challenge: the awareness, the lack of awareness, and everybody is in hurry, and that's wherein the gap lies, and that's wherein the break happens. So it's a important, very, very important part. Particularly if I'm talking of media, the content is an asset for us. We do the business of content generation and doing the monetization of content. And content today is completely digital. Everything in digital is prone to getting compromised. So cybersecurity is a very, very important subject for me. It's a underlined thing, it's a underneath thing. I, as a philosophy, would not want to bring cybersecurity measures to hamper the efficiency or productivity of any other function, but to make it stronger and stronger, automated, to thwart all the potential risks.
Absolutely, absolutely, Mr. Rajat. Honestly, I never thought about cybersecurity like that. Your point of view as a cultural shift, not just as a checklist, and that changes everything, especially in media where timelines are brutal.
Absolutely, everything is online. Just imagine a typical IPL match, or India playing Australia at on a uh, in Australia, and this is the fifth day, and it's all happening live. And live are all IP networks today. We do it all IP. We distribute it on satellite as well as IP, but it is all through IP networks. And each of those segments of the IP network is prone to failure, prone to getting impacted. So it's a risk which is there all through, which is there all through the time, whether lean hours or intensive hours, it remains. And that's true. Even again, I would reiterate it. It remains even in our personal life as well, and that's wherein the awareness about cyber risk is very, very important.
Rightly said, Mr. Rajat. Rightly said. All right. So, continuing our conversation and talking about content, most people think of OTT as the content, but you have built the pipes. So, what's the one big myth about scalable OTT infra that even media folks get wrong?
Well, two parts to it. When we talk about content on OTT, one is generating the content, that is producing the content, be it live, because since my domain happens to be related to sports live, besides the entertainment content, or for that matter, the news. So live has its own challenges and its own design, which has to be meticulously planned and implemented. There is a big army of people to see one cricket match happening live. Uh, it's close to around 1,000 people doing one T20 cricket match, and each of them is as important as anybody else. Anybody breaking has an impact directly onto the viewer's experience. So that is one. That's pure play technical design and execution. And the other side is the experience of a match. Cricket, again, like since we are talking about cricket, cricket is a religion. Nobody wants to get compromised with respect to the experiences. I would not want my consumer to see a buffer coming in while Jasprit Bumrah is ready to bowl his over. So that's very, very important, particularly in India, where the number of consumers are very, very high. There is no match globally for to tell you the top five records of concurrency of on an OTT network has been as part of Indian industry over last 3 4 years, and the next comes less than 50% of that. So, like India Australia Cricket World Cup semi-finals was had a huge following. T20 finals again between RCB and Mumbai Indians, again that had a huge following, and this number goes in millions and millions, over 50 millions. So I would not go to exact number. But then the the implication of that is the when we say it is the OTT delivery design, it's not only my platform. Everybody of us consumes the content using internet. So it's about internet capability or internet capacity in India. All of us tend to believe that everything is going digital. We would be good in getting all our content on a handphone or on a connected television without going through DTH or cable operators. Well, that is fine, and that's what is happening also. But then overall internet capacity of not only India, global level, it can only cater to around 5% of a prime time viewing of the global consumer. So it's just 5%, and we have to do a lot of journeys, and just by increasing every day we are increasing our carbon footprint. So there are lots of challenges with respect to the capacity. How do you manage that high internet capacity? It doesn't come free. It comes at a cost of huge power consumption. It comes at a cost of environment. It comes at a cost of design. So those are important parts. It's easy to say, why can't we cater to 100 million consumers simultaneously or concurrently for a cricket match? The capacity of internet in India doesn't allow that to be. So coming back to the question, it's matching or mapping the two parts, developing the or producing the content in high quality in a format which consumer want, in different languages, in different formats, for mobile phone, for CTV, iOS, Android differently, and then also delivering it to the consumers. So each, for example, IPL 2025, which just concluded, each match had 25 different variants, each match. And that's actually takes the toll. And then each of those 25 have to be given the same level of authenticity and same level of focus, because India is a huge consumer market. Even the fragmented, it's a consumer is fragmented, certainly, but the smallest fragment of that consumer base is similar to some country in Europe or something. So that's the size. That's the size.
Absolutely. And Mr. Rajat, that's the side we never get to hear. And honestly, it makes me look at OTT completely differently. We usually think about shows and thumbnails and what's trending and all, but this whole invisible engine you just described, it's really wild. It's wild.
It is, and again, it is unforgiving. The consumers, be it Indian or otherwise, and we both are part of that consumer base. We do not have a loyalty towards any platform. We have loyalty towards the content and the experience. So it's a continuous effort that we need to enhance or gratify the consumer. Uh, the one day of good content or one day of good experience doesn't make sure that the consumer would be with you. He switches off. There are so many opportunities today, so many choices that consumer has today. They move on. So it's tough, and it's the we need to the benchmarks are continuously rising. One has to keep working to improve that.
Rightly said, Mr. Rajat. So moving on to next question. You have seen tech inside the newsroom evolve from routers to cloud native workflows. What's been the one shift that made you go, whoa, this changes everything?
Well, I won't say it has been abrupt. It has been a journey, and it's a process. I would see it as a process, and I can very well recall over my hands-on experience with the newsrooms over last 30 years, how things have changed from being a single story using a single what we call it OB vans. We keep seeing those vans running around the cities. There used to be one van in India at one stage. And from there on, we have moved to so many, and now those, even those, we don't intend to use it. So the journey has been tremendous. Uh, the way the news gathering happens from a news point of view, the news gathering is the core. It's that becomes the raw material. How fast you can bring it, how authentic you can bring it, and that's wherein the technology comes into play. The And it's a non-exclusive media, because news is unlike entertainment or sports where there is an exclusivity. In news there is no exclusivity. The story that channel A is gunning for will also be the story for channel B, C, D also. So how well you can treat it, how well you can take it to your consumer, how well you can analyze it, is what it makes to differentiate. And that's wherein tech comes into a picture. Certainly the editorial vision and editorial directions are very, very important. So the shift has happened over the year by using, by way of tools that were being used, be in terms of news gathering, or from that matter, complete doing the package of those news stories and taking it to the audience. It used to take a while earlier. It used to be a news bulletin at that period. Earlier used to be, if you recall, many years back, there was the concept of news bulletins. You had fixed appointment hours. You would have a bulletin at 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 9:30, 10 p.m. It moved into news hour, news wheel. That is, it would be a rotating news wheel. Half an hour, the bulletins will continue to roll and it will continue to get updated. That is what it made it 24/7 news wheel. And from there, gradually, how it is moving from news wheel, it is getting into targeted stories. From news channels, it had become views channel now, because the news breaking doesn't happen on traditional TV today. It happens on social media, be it X or be it even WhatsApp. The breaking or news happens over there, and it is the traditional media, or the formal media, I would say. They have the duty, or they have the responsibility to bring the authenticity around that and generate the views, for that matter, getting the views from the experts, getting the views from theater of action, and so on and so forth. So there is a shift, the way the news is produced, and more importantly, the way the news gets consumed. There has been.
Absolutely, Mr. Rajat. And that level of change, it's messy, it's emotional, and it takes guts to lead through it. So I really appreciate you taking us into that.
Yeah, and since you have touched that subject, it's something, news as a media, or news as a business. Media in general is not very, very what it shows in on the screen is not what is on behind. It takes lot of toil, lot of hard work, detailing, uh, unaccounted number of hours, and then you have to gun for that particular second. If one show has to go at 9 p.m. on 27th of July, it has to hit at 9 p.m. I cannot take it to 9:02, and that's wherein it makes it challenging as well as exciting as well. So the teamwork, it's a huge, huge team which does that. All have got their roles, but it's a testimony to a typical teamwork, that whether it is news or sports or entertainment, keeps doing their round every day, every second.
Such an insightful conversation that we are having with Mr. Rajat. But time to put the tech aside for now and do some rapid fires. No overthinking, just fun, fun, and fun. So,
Let me
Mr.
attempt.
Rajat, are you ready?
Let me attempt.
Okay. All right. So, here I shoot my first question. Your go to comfort food after a long day in the control room.
Well, nice hot cup of tea.
All right. Okay. Moving ahead. A song or artist that instantly boosts your mood.
Ah, tough one. I tend to relax with eyes closed, and just taking a sort of strong nap of even 2 minutes, and it refreshes.
All right. One gadget or app you absolutely can't live without right now.
Well, I guess that's common for everyone. Mobile phone.
All right. Any particular app to talk about?
Well, I run and I work for JioStar, and so that remains. So
Okay. All right. If the tech gods gave you a week off, where are you escaping to?
that's very, very aspirational and and gratifying thing. Well, uh, what it comes to in my mind is perhaps I would I would want to be with my wife, my family, because this media journey has not been very, very kind as I can see it. I've not been that much of focused on family matters. It's my wife. She has complete partnership, my partnership with her. So I would want to have those 7 days with her, non-intrusive by external or professional things. That's would be.
Okay, quite unexpected. All right, moving on to the next question. If you open your desk drawer right now, what's the most unexpected thing you would find?
Well, perhaps a pencil, because we tend to not use that anymore. So, and that more and more we are losing the art of writing. But then, yes, I try to scribble something on my table itself because I tend to write on the table.
Absolutely amazing. I loved all the answers. Great, great. That was fun. That was fun, Mr. Raj.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so getting back to the conversation where we actually left it, and moving ahead, my next question to you, Mr. Rajat, is with the surge in digital arrest scams, where scammers impersonate CBI or ED officials to extort money, media professionals, especially those in leadership or public facing roles, are increasingly being targeted. So, how are you and your cybersecurity team preparing to identify and prevent such impersonation threats within your network, especially for people like us, anchors, executives, and high profile talents?
See, answer to that would be similar to what the initial part of our conversation I was talking about. A is the awareness. That's most important, and that has to run across whatever level of or whatever hierarchy is there in the organization. The targets could be any, but the route could be somebody else down the line as well. So everybody need to be aware about it. A, two, the tools that we keep using, and with each passing day, every new automation that we try to bring in, the analytics that we focus on, all are well targeted. And cybersecurity is one fraternity which is very, very connected across. So a tool which tracks of a Microsoft vulnerability today would be the same for everybody else, irrespective of the industry or the sector or the organization. And that's wherein the cybersecurity industry, they work in cohesion. So we tend to focus on that. We tend to focus in automating the tools. We remain open to the cloud enhancements that keep happening all the while, so that any pattern of attack is quickly detected, and any phishing attempt that gets is immediately thwarted. So that's an attempt. While I say so, I would not say there has not been instances. There are instances, there have been instances, and there would be instances with respect to the cyber breach. Uh, the as someone who is having responsibility towards this space, my role is more towards recovering quickly from that, identifying what that has happened, im- make sure that nothing goes out. The even if the attacker has been able to touch me, he should not be going beyond that. And that is what the approach we tend to bring in.
That's really eye opening, Mr. Rajat. Hearing how you turned a daunting threat into a strategic pillar for your team really puts things into perspective.
It is. And as I say, a lot of work that my team does are behind the scenes. And general in the principle that I keep doing the pep talk with my team all through my career has been keep doing such that nobody remembers you. Because if somebody remembers you, something has gone wrong. So make sure that nobody recalls you, nobody remembers you. Just continue to work. And then to keep them motivated for that is a ask. and I'm really, really indebted to my team over many organizations over which I've worked over last 35 years. They have been outstanding, and I really, really am indebted to them.
Amazing, amazing. Exceptional leadership lessons to be learned from you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great. So, Mr. Rajat, you recently joined Directors Institute. With all your experience, what made you say yes to structured learning again? And has it shifted the way you think about governance?
Well, when we talk about learning, see, today's time, the way technologies are moving, experience is the one thing which is at risk. Today, I can say I've been saying I've been there, I've been active professionally for 35 years, 30 years. But then I'm as good as someone with 4 to 5 years of experience. Because what we did 30 years back, nothing of that sort we do today. Right. So the technology, the models, the workflows, the expectations, the business models itself, the way to consume, way to connect are very, very different, and that keeps changing. So experience is something which cannot be seen as a edge for anyone. That's what I believe. I'm as good as someone with 4 to 5 years of experience. Perhaps they might be better off because they do not have any baggage for that matter. And coming to the learning part, I keep doing such courses. It's more about stimulation, that once you get through some structured way of reading, going through that, it provides you some perspective. It puts you back that, okay, not that you have been knowing everything. There are lots which you need to learn. And uh, and beyond the technology, so I keep doing the courses with respect to the technology evolving subjects, be it the blockchain or generative AI and others. This was something to do with the governance. I thought that's an opportunity. Let me try it out, because technology over the years has also changed its role. Initially, it used to be a support function, then it became an enabler, and now it is a driver. So, so technology in the at the lead of a organization is important. And when we talk about organization, it's actually we are living in a connected world, connected country, so connected society. So whatever you are doing has an impact on the community, your fellow humans. So that's an opportunity, I thought, and that's what it made me to attempt this.
So, Rajat, it's easy to chase innovation and overlook introspection. But you have clearly shown us how the two can and should go hand in hand.
Yeah, see when we talk about innovations done today becomes a commodity tomorrow. So it's something which is a culture, and that's what organization should look at to nurture the ideation process, uh, and also embrace failures. It's a culture thing. It's a very, very cultural thing. Any of the innovations, we tend to sort of blur the definition of innovations. And there would be a gamut of innovations, from simple innovation to a big innovation. But it's all about culture. The team or the stakeholders need to continuously engage in ideation, keep challenging the normal, and do that. And that's actually would keep one exciting.
Absolutely, Mr. Rajat. Absolutely. Uh, Let me thank you, Mr. Rajat, not just for the insights, but for being so real. From scaling systems to staying ahead of digital threats, your journey shows us that tech leadership isn't just about being fast, it's about being thoughtful. So thank you once again. Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thanks for those words. The conversation with you people like who have got insights of asking questions certainly tends to bring out those things. Else, we tend to forget those things in our day-to-day life.
Great. So thank you so much for joining in, Mr. Rajat, and to all of our listeners. If you are in tech, media, or just figuring out how to lead with clarity in chaos, this conversation is 24 karat gold.
Thank you.
This was Space Time with Leaders, powered by Directors Institute, World Council of Directors. Until next time, keep learning, keep leading, and as Mr. Rajat Nigam reminds us, build for tomorrow, but protect it today. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.